Fantastic. Much better now that I know that I pressed all the right buttons and I got things to work. That's always a plus. I know you said a little bit earlier it feels like a Monday, but every single time I'm on this show in the morning, it feels like a Monday for me. So I get it completely. All right. Melissa Miller is with Pana Pride. And for those who may not know, Melissa, tell our the folks at home a little bit about what Pana Pride is and why it is important.
Okay, so Pana Pride is just a group of community members that want to enhance the quality of life in Pana. We try to do different things to spread positivity throughout the community, do things that make the community look better. As an example, we just recently did some work uptown. We weeded and mulched around town and put some hanging baskets up. Out by the bike trail as you come into Pana from Taylorville, we've planted some flowers around the new Welcome to Pana sign, and we're getting ready to plant a few more flowers there as well. So just different things like that to help out the community.
Yeah, and I know a big part of your project has been cleaning up. Talk a little bit about what cleanup efforts you've been doing and where you've been working at.
Okay, so we've actually been busy this last month. We started our Yard of the Month that we do, where we have a group of 6 judges who physically go around and look at designated streets in Pana. So as an example, the month of June, Sheridan Street was the month that was picked. This project actually started back in 2017, and they've actually done all the streets in Pana have been done once, and we've kind of restarted back over. Usually we go May through October, but because of the weather this year, kind of set things back a little bit. So they just did the first one. As I said, it was Sheridan Street. We have 6 judges that physically walk up and down that street, taking pictures and making decisions, kind of based on curb appeal, the yard's well kept, trees are well kept, shrubbery, colorful flowers, clean sidewalk. Not necessarily looking at the house, but if it makes a good backdrop, that's beneficial too. Once they've decided which house on that street they've picked, that house gets an award certificate, $25 in chamber cash to spend at any of the local businesses that are a member of the chamber. They get their picture in the paper and on the Facebook page for Pana Pride, and then they get a Yard of the Month sign in their yard. The month of June, the Yard of the Month was awarded to Mike and Teresa Suter, so they will be having a sign in their yard. I think it might already be there. So that's something that we've just started. I think next month, I believe, the focus streets are going to be 7th Street, Progress, and Holly, all 3 of those together.
Yes. So what does it mean to you to be able to award these houses and be able to let these folks know like your house is the house that's got to feel pretty good?
Yeah, we just feel like, people who take pride in their home need to be recognized, and there's a lot of people. It's hard to pick just one. So it takes a lot of decision making. The 6 people that go around, they have a hard time picking the houses. They'd like to award it to more than one several times, but we just appreciate everyone that takes care of their homes and makes their yards look pretty, and that means a lot to Pana.
Yeah, absolutely. I understand you guys have also done some stuff with house demolition as well.
Yeah, so we have a demo committee. We work with the city to help demolish some of the houses in town that need to be brought down. So basically, the city takes care of the buying and paying for the inspections of the homes. So once they've acquired a home and done all that, then we cover the cost for the actual demolition of the house. We just took down a house on North Elm, and the money that we use to pay for that on our end comes from fundraisers and donations that are given to that specific project.
All right.
Yeah. I believe we have another house that's maybe on the list for this year. So we might have another one coming down here soon. We're just waiting for everything from the city to get done on their end.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you talked a little bit earlier about cleaning up and some of the efforts that you guys are doing to make sure that the streets and the city look really clean. What are some stuff that you're looking for, and what is maybe some stuff that folks that live in their houses can do to help out?
Mostly just keeping your yard clean, picking up trash, keeping your yards mowed. Just it's pretty easy, simple stuff that's just a regular day-to-day project. Basically, we did just on Saturday have our annual dumpster days. In the past, we had gone around and picked up items from individuals, but we just don't have the manpower right now. So this year, when we had dumpster days, it was on Saturday the 31st. Individuals could bring their items to us at the city garage. We had some dumpsters set up. I believe we had nine dumpsters total, and they could just drop off anything. I mean, there were some things they couldn't bring, obviously, like yard waste, electronics, etc. But we got lots of mattresses and couches. We had 26 cars in line at 7:30 waiting to bring their stuff in, and we even had a U-Haul. We had a homeowner that they rented a U-Haul and cleaned their yard up and brought it in. So it's stuff like that just helps beautify the town. Simple things like that. We are planning to have another dumpster days, I believe in the fall, but we have not set that date yet. So there will be another one upcoming. I'll do 2 this year. So
definitely a service that was used quite heavily as far as what was concerned with that.
Oh, yes. Yeah. We had it. Like I said, there were 26 cars in line at 7:30. We started at 8 and it was steady. We were there till 1 and it was pretty steady the entire time we were there.
Always a big deal. I know we were looking for stuff like that here in Taylorville. My wife was. So yeah, definitely a service that a lot of people utilize, and one that is clearly important as far as helping to clean up. You never know. You don't know how much clutter you have until you start going through it, and you're like, oh my goodness, wait, how did I get all this stuff? So
exactly. And a huge shout out to the high school boys basketball and football guys. Several of them came and helped be there to help individuals unload their stuff. So that was appreciated.
Yeah, always a big plus to have some guys that can help out with moving stuff and carrying stuff, especially for some of the older people that maybe can't do that themselves or need that little bit of an extra help, a little bit of that extra assist.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to check a couch up in those dumpsters. So
we're talking to Melissa Miller with Pana Pride, and Melissa, summer is right around the corner. I know you're excited as far as what we've got going on, but plenty of great stuff going on in Pana. We talked a little bit earlier about Yard of the Month and some of the other stuff that's going on, but some really, really cool stuff coming up this summer as well.
Yes.
So, all right. Before we hit that, I just realized let's take a break. When we come back, we will touch on all of the upcoming summer events that are taking place and talk to Melissa Miller more about some of that great stuff that's going on and what will be taking place this summer. You're not going to want to go anywhere. More with our guest to come on the WTIM Pana Morning Show on WTIM, your information station. Back in just a moment.
Your information station. WTIM.
This is Jeff Bremmett with People's Bank and Trust, where customers have one consumer banker who knows them and provides the right financial services to achieve their financial goals. Your consumer banker is your single source for life's financial needs, from checking to consumer loans, from retirement accounts to mortgage loans, and everything in between. Call me at 888-PBT-1954. Bank with People's Bank and Trust so you can spend your time living your life, not explaining it. At People's Bank and Trust, we put people first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Brian Booth at Bob Writings in Pana here to tell you about a couple hot deals we have going this month. We have new 2025 Jeep Compass Latitudes with available rebates of $27,113. That is a brand new car for less than $30,000, and we've sold several at this price. We have half-ton trucks with up to $15,000 in discount. Come see us online at bobwritingspana.com or call us at 217-562-3986.
Summer's heating up, and so is your grill. Stop by Okanee Chop Shop, your local USDA butcher shop, right off Highway 51 in Okanee, Illinois. We've got premium cuts of beef, pork, and chicken, plus barbecue sauces, cheeses, eggs, sodas, and more. Need custom meat processing? Bring in your own animal. We'll handle it start to finish. Open Monday through Friday, 9 till 5, and Saturday, 9 till 1. And don't miss our summer grill raffle, your chance to win a Blackstone grill. Find us on Facebook at OkaneeChopShop.com.
Hey DQ fans, nothing could make Father's Day more memorable than a DQ cake. Treat Dad, Pops, Pappy, or Papa to one of our delicious Fudge and Crunch cakes. Or get a cake in one of our other Blizzard treat flavors like Oreo cookie. Customize your DQ cake with a message that celebrates the big guy and all the wonderful things he does. Trust us, it's a lot more fun than a pair of socks or another wacky tie. Only at participating DQ locations, 100 South Oak in Nokomis and 333 West 2nd Street in Pana. Happy tastes good.
Southern Ledge Pools and Patios is saying thank you at our Customer Appreciation Day, Friday, June 6th from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Enjoy drink and dip samples, exciting raffles, and awesome door prizes all day long. Big Jake's Barbecue is serving it up from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. And Kona Ice cools you down from 4 to 6 p.m. Call today to schedule your pool opening. Summer's almost here, and we've got you covered. It's all happening June 6th at Southern Ledge Pools and Patio, 30 East Main Cross in Taylorville. Your outdoor fun creator.
I'm Peyton Langen, Mental Health Case Manager at Christian County Health Department. If you need help finding local resources when life gets overwhelming, my services are completely free. Learn more by clicking our icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com and don't face these challenges alone.
Here's Dr. Pavi Gill from Springfield Clinic, Taylorville.
Lifestyle medicine is about motivating you to improve your quality of life by changing habits and behaviors.
Find out more by clicking Dr. Gill's icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station. WTIM.
You're listening to the WTIM Morning Show with Pana Civic Business and Nonprofit Leaders, coming to you from our Taylorville studios. WTIM Pana Morning Show brought to you by our title sponsor, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, along with Pizza Man, Norton's Hardware, your Pana Save a Lot, and Locked and Loaded Limited. I'm your host, Leroy Clamola. Our guest in this segment is Melissa Miller with Pana Pride. And Melissa, we're talking about some of the great stuff going on at Pana Pride, and summer is right around the corner, and I know things tend to pick up no matter where you are in summer, but for Pana and for Pana Pride, you guys are definitely going to be getting busy here with these summer months. Talk a little bit about some of the activities that you have coming up.
All right. So upcoming in July, we will be helping at the Pana Fireworks. That will be held on July 3rd. From 4:30 to 8:30 at the Pana Fairgrounds. There's going to be food trucks, bounce houses. I believe there's going to be a dunk tank and more. And then, of course, at dark will be the fireworks. From 4:30 to 8:30, Pana Pride will be running the bounce houses. Those are free. Donations can be given towards the Pana Fireworks while we're there. And then in July later, around the 26th, July 26th, will be the annual Popcorn Festival. And Pana Pride will be helping with some of the children's games there. And I'll have more details on that next month when we meet. That's still getting finalized right now, what we're all doing. Anyone wants to donate to Pana Pride and any of our projects, whether it be the demolition fund, just in general to the beautification, which is the flowers and mulching, etc. They can do so by either sending us a check in the mail. They can write on there what they specifically want that money to be geared towards, and that would be to Pana Pride at P.O. Box 166 in Pana. Zip code is 62557. We also have Venmo.
Okay. All right. Good deal. Good deal.
Okay.
Venmo is at Pana Pride?
Yep. At Pana Pride Christmas Lights is our Venmo.
Okay.
But you can designate on there what you want that information or that money to go towards.
All right. Good deal. Good deal. Are you guys looking for volunteers at all for help with any projects?
Yes. Again, Pana Pride is open to everyone. If you live in Pana, you're a member, you're welcome to come. We hold our meetings the second Thursday of every month. The board meets around 5. The specific committees, they meet at 6, and then it's open to everyone at 6:30. If you would like to be on a specific committee, if you want to be on the demolition committee or the beautification committee or the events committee, you can come at 6 and participate in planning things. And then again at 6:30, it's open to the public. We meet at the Christian Church on 6th Street. Again, that's the second Thursday of every month. We're always looking for volunteers. We are actually looking for volunteers to work the bounce houses at the fireworks. So if that's something you think you might be interested in doing for a few hours that day, just let us know. You can also find us on Facebook.
A lot of great events coming up, a lot of things that are going to keep you, Melissa, and keep your crew very, very busy as far as the summer comes. But you mentioned Popcorn Festival, and I know we don't have a whole lot of details on it yesterday, but last year, an absolutely fantastic event. That Popcorn Festival was fantastic.
It was. I don't think I've ever seen that many people in the park before. Not for a long time, anyway.
So
looking forward to another great one.
So if you thought there was that many people last year, wait till word gets out about this year. So we're excited to see what that will bring, and just the influx of people into the city of Pana, which is always a big plus as well. Speaking of people to Pana, I know it's way too early out, but obviously another big event that we have going on later this fall, and one that we cover quite extensively, is the Tri-County Fair. Are you guys going to be involved in that later this fall?
I don't know of any plans, any hands-on involvement at this point, but that's several months down the road still. So anything can change between now and then. Yeah.
Yeah, but otherwise, fireworks coming up for 4th of July and all kinds of other great stuff. Make sure you head on over because it's not just fireworks. You guys are doing all kinds of stuff throughout the afternoon as well, which is always a big plus. As Melissa said, bounce houses and much, much more. So plenty of great things to go. And I know you mentioned it earlier, but where is that all going to be taking place again?
Where's what be taking place again? The fireworks?
The fireworks and all the bouncy houses and all that stuff.
That will all be at the Pana Fairgrounds. When you come in through the gates, it'll be right up towards the grandstands. It's normally centered around the grandstand area.
All right, sounds good. All right, Melissa, we've got about a minute left. Anything else you'd like our listeners to know about Pana Pride and about the work that you guys are doing, especially coming into the summer?
Like I said, just anyone's a member. If you feel like you would like to help with something, we welcome you to come to the meetings. They're pretty informal. We just talk about what's upcoming, things we've done, a little more details about, specific houses that are coming up for demo, etc., what flowers we're going to plant, things like that. And we welcome everyone to come and help. Appreciate everyone's support of the group as well.
Sounds good. Our thanks to Melissa Miller with Pana Pride. Talked to us a little bit here this morning about some of the great stuff that she has going on with Pana Pride and working to keep the city of Pana beautiful. And Melissa, thanks for your time this morning.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too. All right. We're going to have much more here of the WTIM Morning Show with Pana civic business and nonprofit leaders coming to you from our Taylorville studios. And our Pana show brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, Pizza Man, Norton's Hardware, your Pana Save a Lot, and Locked and Loaded Limited. Much more of the WTIM Morning Show coming up in just a few moments right here on WTIM, your information station. Back in just a few moments.
WTIM.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville.
96.1 FM Taylorville.
107.5 FM Shelbyville.
107.9 FM Pana Nokomis.
News this hour from townhall.com.